The opening night of the FIBA EuroBasket Women 2017. We're in Kralova in Czech Republic, and it's the host nation getting ready to take on Ukraine. And a Group A game, the first Group A game that we have seen. We've already watched Italy win their opener, beating Belarus, and then we just watched Turkey turn on the style against the Slovak Republic. See both of those results right there on the screen. Now it's Ukraine and the Czech Republic. And then, of course, we'll finish things off with Olympic silver medalist Spain taking on Hungary. Spain will be prohibitive favorites in that one. But this is the main event as the host nation, the Czech Republic. They've got high hopes. Of course, they've no longer really have their golden generation, but you can see right there where these teams are ranked and the differences of what these rankings mean. Well, I think they're pretty accurate when you look at it. Spain, I would say, probably the favorites coming into this FIBA EuroBasket to win it all, take that title away that was won by Serbia 2 years ago. Although they're going to have to prove it, they're going to have to win it. And the Czech Republic, you just never know what might be in store when they play. Remember, they hosted the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup back in 2010. And made it all the way to the final before falling to the United States. But that was quite a memorable occasion. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Shona Thorburn, and this will be your first game here, just like me, for the Czech Republic playing at home. And I suppose from an atmosphere standpoint, there's going to be a lot more electricity.
Yeah, you know, you see the people piling in, and you know, there's still more coming in. So I think this is something that the Czech is going to rely on. They're going to rely on those fans, those cheers, kind of as a six-man situation.
That Ukraine, by all accounts, a team that has a lot of talent. We know the Czech Republic, obviously you see Hanasova, Karolina Elhotova, Rona Brgova, the veteran. This is a team that we're familiar with some of their players. They're bringing up some youngsters as well. There's Katarina Elhotova. So we kind of know what we can get from the Czech. But then again, we don't, because they've been kind of on the way down a little bit. But again, as the host nation, that adds a different dimension.
And you know who else adds a different dimension? Kievan.
And Kievan as well. I was just laying that out there for you so you can say it. And you know Kievan, and she's going to be quite an addition to this team. It's their first naturalized player.
First naturalized player for them, and you know, she's Czech at heart. Spending, you know, the last 5 years in Prague playing for the EuroLeague, MVP of the EuroLeague champion when they won their maiden EuroLeague Women's Championship. So I think she's proud to be here. I think she's proud to be wearing a Czech jersey, and we're going to see a different style of Czech team now.
Yeah, but Kievan changes probably everything, but they still also have some remnants, shall we say, of that great team in 2010. Looking at Brgova right across, Hotova as well. And it's exciting. There's a lot of unknowns coming into this EuroBasket Women. We've already discovered Italy are going to be an interesting, fun team to watch. And then we just had it confirmed that Turkey were perhaps, I don't know, maybe a little bit better off than people anticipated with their big win over the Slovak Republic. Now we're going to have the playing of the national anthems for both of these teams, starting with Ukraine.
Ukraine and Czech Republic, the national anthem of Czech Republic.
Always one of the favorite parts of international basketball before the game even starts, playing in the national anthem, because that's what it's all about. Seeing the players come out and represent their countries. That's the most important thing. And you can see the passion. And also, I think it's really important for the referees. They come out and represent their countries as well. And there they are. And look at Yasmina Yurdas there. Hasn't she been around in the middle? And you've also got Jelena Tomic on the right. And it's a good referee crew tonight.
You know, like you mentioned, the women are playing for their countries, but so are the referees. Like, this is their career, and it's a big deal if you get invited to EuroBasket. It's an even bigger deal if you get invited to the World Cup, and then again the Olympics. That's the highlight of referees' careers as well, just like it is the players. So it's an honor, and you know, they take pride in what they do.
And absolutely, and these players know it. They respect them for the most part. We already talked about their list of players. So we've seen some of. We know that they're now coached by Coach Venice, who was a longtime assistant. You talked about Kia Vaughn. She's in the starting lineup along with Regrova. Katarina Elhotova, the older of the two Elhotovas, is in there. Virolova as well in that starting five. So it's I would suggest maybe not a potent starting five, but a starting five with some quality.
Quality, experience, a lot of, you know, national team games under their belts for them. So I think it's a great starting five.
You got Hanasova as well. You got Spitoska for Ukraine, Naumenko, Maznachenko, Malachenko. A lot has been talked about her, number 13 for Volodymyr Kolopov, the coach. And of course, Yakupova needs no introduction. As you can see, number 14, she is a superstar. And Deandra Moss. Well, you've got Kia Vaughn, the naturalized player for the Czechs. You got Deandra Moss, now the point guard. And I think she's going to be a handful for this Czech team. I don't know. She just looks like a pretty physical player, of course. Former Virginia Commonwealth brand. You got to like that. She plays in Europe and jumped at the chance to represent Ukraine. So.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to play against her in Spain, and let me tell you, she is someone who can also put points on the board very fast. So you can't leave her open. You can't let her get going and get hot.
Well, we highlighted her. We've got Karolina Elhotova, as well as Deandra Moss is an interesting matchup to watch tonight. And I think it'll be interesting to see if Karolina Elhotova actually does come out and have a big impact tonight. I would have thought maybe it would have been Katarina Elhotova, but the coach, Ivan Dennis, who was a long-time assistant. Logic is still roaming the arena, so to speak. We saw Matthew earlier today at the shoot-around. I think everybody says this team has
Starting five of Ukraine is number 13,
in the final round of EuroBasket. A lot of the kids, a lot of these players have that experience coming to the youth ranks, but you don't have it as the EuroBasket Women. So does that matter? Well, it didn't really matter to Belarus 10 years ago when they got the bronze medal. So who knows? We'll have to see how this tournament unfolds for them.
You know, you talk about youth being inexperienced, but sometimes youth also brings a sort of, well, you know, they haven't really lost before at this level, so they have nothing to lose. There's no pressure on them. Yeah, exactly. There's no pressure on them. If they don't do well, it's fine. If they do, it's a bonus. So you kind of have it. It's hit or miss depending on how it goes. I'm not sure if these two teams know. Pretty sure the Ukraine coach probably told his team, hey, the last time we played them, the last EuroBasket in 2015, we lost by 1. Use that as a little bit of extra motivation. You want to get revenge on this, you know, hometown crowd support, and you just want to, you know, try and come out with a big start, deflate them a little bit early so they can't get the crowd involved.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Czech Republic. It's the Czech Republic taking on Ukraine here on the opening night of the FIBA EuroBasket 2017. Jakubova. Everybody talks about number 14. Has already had her first touch, and now Deandra Moss, number 24. And Malachenko, and now the ball turned over. And Borgova. The Capitan drives in. The ball is blocked, but a foul has been called.
How do you like that? Borgova, tallest player on the person, leading the fast break, and decides to take it all on her own.
Hey, she was a little proud yesterday talking to her, wasn't she, about South Carolina winning the national title this year? She played at South Carolina. She's one of the few Czechs, I think, who's gone abroad to play college basketball. She's come back, and she's short on the first one. But it's a pretty decent front line they've got, really, with Borgova out there as well as Vaughn. You've played against both.
Yeah, that's a very big front line. That's intimidating right there.
So, first point scored by the Czech Republic. Malachenko gives away some inches to Borgova. And now Jakubova. And now the turnover off the foot of number 19, Ludodenko.
Yeah, that was a tough pass. And, you know, she was open and she can knock down that 3, so that's a missed opportunity by Ukraine.
Well, so far so good for the Czechs. They lead 1-0 at the baseball game. It's not going to have
still a close game
like that. Urlova, number 12, out of the post. There is Urlova. Of course, she's famous for that shooting stroke. Another miss. This one by Zaplatova. Those new-look Czechs. Hard to believe it's been 7 years since they finished runners-up at the World Cup. And Jakubova says, hello.
She says, remember me? Yes. Do you remember me? Do you remember me from the last EuroBasket? How many points I averaged?
Zaplatova. Over to Urlova. And another foul called.
Speaking of Jakubova, how many points she averaged? It was 29.3 at the last EuroBasket.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's a lot to live up to.
That was an interesting foul as well. Did you see that? How Moss
think she got
Just
pushed
kinda
by someone.
Yeah, you can see she's talking to the referee.
Like what?
To say,
I didn't even touch her. I kind of got pushed. I don't know what happened.
well, these things happen, don't they?
Yeah, they do. It's one of those, you know.
Bad
luck.
Give away cheap fouls as well, because you never know when you might get a foul like that.
3 fouls in already 2 minutes, though. Ukraine has to keep an eye on that.
Well, Moss is going to drive in, and boy, she used her body well. The defender put up an easy layup.
She's a very solid woman. You know, if she has a little bit of a step, there's no way you're going to be able to push her off her rhythm, her mark.
Now Vaughn, it's the first chance to get to see her. The turnaround jumper on the baseline was short. Zorogabazova off the Moss. And into Budinko, and then another basket from Zorogabazova. So a bit of a nervous start here for the Czechs. And now the turnover from Bjorlova, and Moss goes the other way, puts it up, and took a difficult shot there. And now the Czechs with a chance to run.
I think she was trying to draw the foul, but maybe, you know, she should have pulled it out and run an offense.
Vaughn this time misses in the lane.
I'm surprised that Ukraine is going with single coverage right now on Vaughn. I guess they're going to say, you know what, we're going to put single coverage. We're going to see what you do. If you start to hurt us, we'll change our game plan.
Budinko missed the three, but then the Czechs fouled on the rebound. Bergrova. I feel like Bergrova had her hands on it. Yeah, it was Bergrova. And now Elhotova comes up with the loose ball and the steal. So somewhat of an inauspicious start here for the Czechs. And you wonder how this is going to impact the crowd, how it's going to impact the team. Now Vaughn puts up another one. Bergrova drives in, or slides in for the rebound. I guess with Vaughn playing, it will as well take time in a way, but also with all these new players. I mean, we don't even see Hannah Sova. Are you surprised that we don't see her in the starting lineup?
I am surprised we don't see Hannah Sova. I'm surprised that we don't see Karina Helotova.
Another foul called on Ukraine.
I do think maybe part of that is, you know, who do you have guarding Iagapova? So you go ahead and you put in Zablatova on the first, you know, in the starting five just to slow down Iagapova.
So already, and this is something that can help them, although they're 2 of 4 at the free throw line so far, already in the bonus. I mean, 6 minutes to go. That is not a good development. And now Bergrova has to deal with the embarrassment of hitting the outside of the net.
You know what? It's good that she's playing at home, and she's from here.
Yeah.
So she is a home crown favorite. They're not going to boo her. If that was played anywhere else in Europe, we would have heard the boos.
Yeah, definitely. You're right.
And every time she shoots from then on, they would have been saying, air ball. But it's okay that it happened here.
Iagapova. Now Moss is open for three. Go! And for every point the Czechs score, it seems like the Ukrainians are scoring 3. Bjorlova passes it back out to Vaughn. Elhotova for 3. And Ukraine don't do a good job controlling the rebound. It goes out of bounds. So a break for the Czechs. And Venice, you can't see it, it's out of your screen, but the Czech coach is going to walk all the way to the other end of the bench. There he is, and talking to one of his players, getting ready to get her into the game. Neskalova, and you'd imagine that Hanasova might also be coming into the game sooner rather than later.
Well, you see Hanasova on the baseline warming up there, so she's definitely getting ready to come in.
Moss. And Gurulova drives in, passes it back out to Vaughn. And Vaughn, I'm pretty sure that Ukraine will be happy if she's outside that far shooting jumpers. And now another 3 attempt, no good. And Bergova with another rebound. And the ball, and that's where she needs to be right there.
There is a lid on the basket for her right now. You know what? Everyone thought it was in. She thought it was in. She started running back.
And now Yakupova goes to the other end, and Venice is just going to call a timeout to try to take some of the steam out of this.
You know, we talked about it earlier in the two previous games how, you know, first game jitters.
I can't believe that ball didn't go in.
I think it was halfway down and then popped back out. Playing at home also puts extra pressure on you. So, you know, maybe it's just a little bit more jitters going on for the Czech right now. They've had great looks. Vaughn is 0 for 4. I would tell her to keep shooting. She's going to make those.
Certainly she's got to take that shot.
Bez ničeho. Čaky na záda. Tady bráníš dolním postavení za ní, pak jediný, co že jí píchneš a ona dá lacinej koš. Jestli naše 3 body blbý, ale tam to máme o 4 body. Víš, jak kvůli ty jsme jsou potenciál.
And it's interesting, we haven't really spoken about this. Yakupova's 5 points, but it seems like Ukraine. I mean, this is a huge opportunity for them to play the host team on the opening night. I think they started strong in their preparations, and then they started having some bad results. But you never know. I mean, clearly they've got some players, and if they can get some rhythm, some chemistry, they could be a dangerous team in this tournament.
Anytime you have a player like Alina Agapova on your team, you could be dangerous. You can beat anyone because she can really take over a game. That being said, you know, I had the opportunity to watch Ukraine live in Bordeaux in France a few weeks ago, and this is a different Ukraine team playing. So clearly maybe that France tournament was a little bit of a wake-up for them when they went 0-3, and you know, they had the opportunity to practice for 3 more weeks after that. This is a different team.
Well, they're up 12-3 on the slow starting Czechs here. Ilhotova, Gurulova, wide open. Ilhotova gets the rebound. And another attempt. You would think Ilhotova would be a player that would be able to knock in the threes. Long shot clock winding down, the three-pointer. Well, she got it off.
Not really the shot they were looking for, though.
Yakupova just pulls her way in there, takes the contact, and earns a trip to the free throw line.
She is just so strong and so quick. You know, you saw that it was individual coverage around the three-point line, and she said, you know, you're not going to be able to stop me. I'm too fast, and I can jump. This is a great aggressive take.
And she's got a nice release there. She's got some nice rotation on that ball as it goes through the hoop with that free throw. And it's eerily silent inside the
and it's full in here.
Radish Krylova arena. Yeah, it is packed.
It is packed.
Now, coming into the game, interestingly, is Mazlichenko. And I had a chance to watch her. Here's Karolina Ilhotova has come into the game, the younger sister of Katarina. Mazlichenko played for Ukraine's 3x3 European Championship team last year. Romania. And now it's got the ball finally. There's no lid on the basket. Clearly right now, Vaughn needs to really step up to try to calm the nerves of the Czechs. And now Yakupova splits the defense and picks up the foul on one of these Czech players.
Again, if, you know, the Ukraine wants to keep the lead and beat the Czech, Yakupova has to stay aggressive exactly like she has been.
But now Bergova was whistled for the foul on Stelova. So Hanasova comes in. Really, Hanasova has to come up now and play some big minutes. Also high. Agapova again gets inside, gets to the free throw line, and it's hard to see with her body. Any Czech player kind of being able to push her around. I mean, she's going to have her way with it. Well, look at this. She's posting up Steskalova, and she gets in. And even Kia Vaughn didn't really step over and attempt to block the shot.
Yeah, you know, if you're the Czech team, you're thinking about doubling her, especially when she catches the ball that low on the post.
That's a break. She misses the first free throw. Second one is good. Something tells me she's going to put up a pretty big number today. She's already got 8 points. And a foul called on Ukraine. That's on Moss. That'll be her second. So that is a good development for the Czechs. Not a good one for Ukraine. Yep, that was a good call. She just kind of barged into it.
Yeah, got a little bit out of position on defense, and maybe she should have just peeled off and, you know, let help side take the ball.
And she's asking why she free throws. I'm wondering what Moss is querying with the referee. She's wondering if the foul, why was it on her? But I don't. We're already in the bonus. Anyway. So the free throw line is where the Czechs are getting most of their offense right now. Agapova goes behind the back. And Masachiko sticks in there for the rebound. Hands it off. And as easy as you like, it was Udodenko. It's a big Ukraine team. It feels like it is anyway. Here's the ball, turns, puts it up, scores. She's just vital, really, at this stage, isn't she?
I think if Ukraine wants...
Oh, my goodness. And they are going to count it. So, an and one coming for Agapova.
That continuation layup, you know, where she was fouled kind of early, but she was already in the way for the layup, and her steps, layup counts.
Right now, it does not look good for the Czech Republic with Agapova, first of all, coming out, scoring 10 points. And really, the Czechs don't seem comfortable when they've got the ball at all.
No, they don't. You know, they've been effective when they've found Vaughn down low. But other than that, there hasn't been much rhythm and pretty offensive basketball from them.
And they don't have a player like Agapova that can go one-on-one, but that was much better than again for Moss. And the Ukrainians are on course right now to score at least 25 points. And the pass down low, and once again it's Udodenko.
That was a great move. A little fadeaway step back jump shot.
Three-pointer attempt no good from Hanasova.
So Ukraine are switching on defense, and that's why Vaughn's kind of has the mismatch. I think they should have kept on going in. She's the one who scored the last 6 points for them.
I just wonder if we should see some pressure from the Czechs. Masachiko puts up the jumper. And the rebound. And now, again, crossing the board, Agapova, the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to remain with Ukraine. Olhovic in the game for Ukraine, number 31, and now number 88. Hervitska coming into the game. And good hands from Kia Vaughn. Forces the turnover. And Agapova went for the steal. And now somebody's going to be open. It's going to be Olhovic. And she's such a good shooter. In fact, that was Karolina Elhotova. And again, it's not working really for the Czechs, but they're just about hanging in there right now, trailing by 11 points.
I think Yagopova's looked over to the coach after and said, hey, I need a little bit of a breather right now. I've already scored 11 points.
Yakopova takes a seat, and everything looks very rosy right now for the visitors, Ukraine. They lead at 22-11.
Играем флетом все время, флетом. Мы не сможем защищаться, они сюда передачу дают, когда мы
I don't think Coach Kolopov should be too disappointed with the way his team's come out and played in this first 9 minutes.
I think one of the keys will be for the Czechs is to make the game a little uglier, perhaps. Try to put some pressure on Ukraine. Defensive pressure, bringing the ball up the floor. I just wonder how they might respond. Just bringing the ball to the floor and doing what they're doing right now is not going to work.
Yeah.
They might need to go to plan B. They can get the ball inside the Kia Vaughn in that position. They'll like their chances of scoring every time, but she's not going to be able to score 50 points. Yakopova might be able to score 50 points.
I mean, she's pretty much on her way to that right now. Yeah, she did ask for a breather. They took her out.
So some of those young Czech fans watching their heroes here tonight. Yorlova brings it up. Katarina Elhotova in the game. Number 11 hands it off the ball. I'll tell you, time is plentiful. They know exactly what they want to do.
Yeah, that was great offensive movement. It was fast, the ball swung, we had penetration. Who was wide open under the basket? Kia Vaughn.
Now this will be an interesting moment here for Ukraine without Yakopova's ability to break down the D. And good defense from Hanasova. Elhotova. And again, Devon. And boy, I said she's not going to miss down there, but she did. She had a hand in the face.
I think she had more than one hand, probably about 4 on that shot.
So clearly, I mean, you can see the dynamic, the game changes, it appears to change immeasurably offensively for Ukraine when Yakopova leads. Hanasova for 3. Gosh, it's just been a very, very difficult start for the Czechs.
Yeah, it hasn't been easy and it hasn't really been pretty. But, you know, they're still in it. It's only 9 minutes, 9 points.
Oh, absolutely.
3 quarters left.
Maslichenko hands it off. Back up point guard. She drives in and scores. Bilatsa Serkiviska. And Elhotova has to launch it. She does just in time, but misses. So with that last shot from Ukraine, they lead it by 11 points here over the Czech Republic. So Bilatsa Serkiviska takes the lead to 11.
You know, if I'm Ukraine right now, I'm feeling very good.
Look at that, 0 for 8 for the Czech Republic from 3.
Yeah, and I think that 4 for 11 was Kia Vaughn.
Wow, yeah, she's 4 of 10 from inside the arc. So here's the star of the game so far, Yakopova for Ukraine. She's been wheeling and dealing. And, you know, you have to think the Czechs aren't going to have a very good chance to win this game unless they do something about her. She's got 11 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. assists, and about the only good thing about the Agapova situation for the Czechs is that she has 2 fouls. So if maybe she were to pick up third foul, and the other thing is Deandra Moss has a couple fouls. You might have identified those 2 players coming into the game as the 2 most potent players.
The 2 go-to players. They're the people who are going to make things happen, scoring, but also, you know, they can penetrate and they can pass and get people open because they do require so much attention. So, like you said, you know, those 2 with 2 fouls each, that's something that coach needs to keep an eye on.
And he leaves the same 5 that he had, I think, out on the court in Ukraine. A good sign for the Czechs now. Petra Kulichova's checked in. She can bring some low post offense. And she's in there with Kia Vaughn. Come back after taking a break from international basketball. And now the ball into the hands, and it's going to lead to a wide open break from Viorlova. And that's a good start for the second half for the Czechs.
Yeah, this might be the momentum swing right here.
He left Vista up top now. Another 3 attempt, and it's good from Viorlova.
Or not. That's a good response to a turnover and a fast break layup. Oh, I'm going to hit a 3.
Kia Vaughn up high, and a foul on Ukraine. So they had the foul problem early on, and they picked up another one. That was the turnover that led to the fast break layup. Kulichova was a member of the team that finished second here at the World Cup, and Elhotova with a reverse layup just missed it badly. And it's over out of the game. She'll be coming back in shortly. Now another 3 attempt. And the offensive rebound and the putback from Mazzachenko.
That's a great little tip. She couldn't get the rebound, but she knew she could tip it to her teammate.
Elhotova tries to get it to her sister, Carolina. And a foul on Mazzachenko reaching from behind. That's going to be on Olivic. Yeah, it was Olivic. So perhaps a break for the Czechs. There's Carolina. Elhotova goes out of the game. Viorlova also goes out for Ukraine, and Agapova back in. Now they feed it to Viorlova. Little reverse layup.
Yeah, that was a great little recognition that she had someone shorter than her guarding her.
Into Agapova, and she just picks up right where she left off in the first quarter.
Isn't she fun to watch? She has hang time, she has speed.
Hand off to Hanasova. And Hanasova missed with a left-handed layup. Boy, this is a nervous time for these Czech fans. The team trailing by 14 and not looking up to it right now. Elhotova picks up her second foul. She's just hard to stop. Agapova.
When she decides to go to the basket strong, I'm not sure there's many people who can stop her.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking over there on that Czech bench. Who is the best person to guard her? Might it be... She probably has a step on Hanasova. She's probably strong enough to cover her.
They started number 14, Zablatova, on Iagopova, but I mean, she had 11 points in the first quarter, so I'm not sure that's the person that you go to either.
Well, the Ukrainians almost got an offensive rebound and a basket. So Czechs escaped. The Czechs right now just need something good to happen. Need to hit a couple shots in a row, get a little run. Now Hanasova passes ball back to Hanasova. 3-second violation on Hanasova.
Yeah, I think Kievon looked over at Hanasova and said, "My bad, I should have shot it. You were in perfect rebounding position had I missed."
Another 3 attempt. Stays out. Hanasova gets in there for the rebound. And Hanasova pushes it. That's Malachenko that missed that 3. Now the pass inside to Kievon, and first foul by Malachenko.
So it's interesting. The Czech have tried to go tall here a little bit, maybe to help guard Iagopova, because we have, you know, Kievon, and then you have number 13, Kulchova, and then Hanasova. So Hanasova is actually playing a 3. Right. Which, you know, traditionally in EuroLeague, in years past, she's plays 4.
Right.
So I think they're trying to maybe transition her, move her into a 3.
Good defense that time from Olovic. Still got Burkova that can come back. She's got a couple of fouls. But it's offensively is where the Czechs are really suffering. And Maltz kind of lost it as she got in, and then Kulchova got the block. They know also that number 1 aim is to get the ball into Kievon. So they were ready for that. They got another interception. Iagopova.
I think maybe the Czech need to take another breather.
Take another timeout?
Maybe take another timeout, you know, get him to calm down. You know, the last time he took a timeout, that's when Kievon scored 6 consecutive points. So, or a substitution.
Well, Iagopova puts up a 3 to break. Now a little break and another easy one for the Czechs. So there's 2 opportunities like that. Iagopova gets it back in her hands. She's just going to launch it, and she's going to make it. How many times have we seen that? They answer immediately with a basket.
All right, so we gave up 2 points on a fast break, but you know what? I'm going to come back when you're not really in defensive transition stance, and I'm going to nail a 3.
And the turnover. You know a player's good when you hype her up, and then she comes out and surpasses it. She's got 17 points. Hanashenko passes up the 3. Kievon reaches in, almost gets the steal, and Petra Kulchova gets the block. And another, that was good defense by the Czech. Now Hanasova and Kulchova showing she can run, and then missed the layup. When she got on the break. You got to take that chance, don't you?
Yeah, you really do. And you know what? I love that fast break pass to her, because they just said, you got 2 blocks in a row, and then you ran out in the fast break. We're going to reward you. Unfortunately, you know, she missed the easy layup. I think she just thought it was in and didn't pay attention.
Maltz tried to get the foul, you can see, from the 3-point range, but the ref didn't bite. Now, another pass, and Kievon and Uralova, you got to throw it up there for me. Kievon's going to take a break, and Burkova. I think it's got to happen on the defensive end for the Czechs. They've got to come out and force some turnovers. They've got to get something, change the rhythm of the game.
maybe a little tougher shots for Ukraine. You know, if they're going to make baskets, make sure that they're very tough baskets.
Now Bogova comes up with it and puts up an air ball. And Matsuchenko, I think, stepped out of bounds. I mean, as bad as it is right now for the Czechs, it could be worse.
It could be worse. With some of the shots, of the easy shots that they've missed already, I don't think they're playing great defense. So I think they're lucky only being down by 16.
And another hold on Matsuchenko, holding Kulichova. That's 5 team fouls, so free throws for Kulichova. That, the way things are going right now, is a break to get to the free throw line.
Yeah, they are only 5 for 8 from the free throw line though.
Well, I think you touched on it. The good thing about it is, you know, I think in some sectors you might have heard some boos in some countries, and the Czech fans are, while quiet, they're not booing them.
They're not booing.
You know they would be frustrated.
You know, we've seen a couple of air balls, 2 missed free throws in a row. You know, easy layups.
Yeah.
They're very lucky they're playing at home right now.
Wide open, they're extending the defense, trying to get like a turnover. It really is just easy right now for Ukraine, up 18 points. Hotova, she puts up an air ball.
Not pretty basketball right now for the Czech Republic.
Look at that, they haven't scored in 5. They haven't scored since the 5:56 mark in the second quarter. Yakupova open 3.
I mean, she missed that time, but you can't leave her open like that.
No, she did to Bogova on the break. And Bogova called for a travel. I didn't see the travel, but watch this again.
I thought she put the ball on the ground, but you know, the ref had the other view, so.
Now 3 attempt. Oh boy, that is a dagger right there. 30. Excuse me, the Czech Republic now trailing 40-19.
This game's getting a little out of hand. You know, at some point, I think you need a timeout. I think you need to switch things up, maybe go to a zone.
Gosh.
You need to calm down on offense, and then you really need to work on your defense and focus on defense.
Moss bounce pass, Matsuchenko. And Hanikova with the rebound. 21 points is the difference. I don't think anybody can quite believe it, to be honest.
No, I don't think the fans quite believe it either.
Zaplikova.
They're trying to encourage their team. You hear them right now.
Kulichova and only white shirts under for the rebound.
Saw Coach Kolopov say, slow it down, we have the lead. Let's use the clock, let's get a good shot.
Olovic picks up another one. They dodged the bullet there, but Moss got the rebound.
And you know, if you're following the stats right now, Ukraine have 8 offensive rebounds, and they're undersized compared to the Czech Republic team. So, guys, box out if you're not jumping higher than them. You know what I mean? 8 offensive rebounds with still a minute and a half to go.
Well, 40-19, and there's some of these great Czech players in the house, like Hanna Horikova, the MVP of the FIBA Basketball World Cup back in 2015. And we've seen Ivana Kucherova, we've seen Eva Vitechkova. These are all players. You see the drought that they're experiencing there, but they must be thinking, wow, maybe I can go out and give them a hand.
I'm sure, you know, you think some of these Czech players, knowing that Horikova is in the house, and how she inspired a nation during that run to the finals in 2010. And it's true, since her retirement, I think the area that the Czech team has been the weakest is the point guard. And I think we kind of see that right now. You see that in their offense, in their rhythm, in their attack. They're not getting a lot of good looks. She would have calmed things down. She would have run something. She would have got the ball to Kievan probably every time, if not, you know, 9 out of 10 times. So I think people are a little surprised by what's happening or what we're seeing right now. Kievan's back in. Maybe that'll give a little bit of a spark to finish the quarter.
Debbie, you're right about the point guard situation. I mean, that's been a weakness.
It has. They don't really have any true point guards. You know, you have those, and I talked about how being a combo guard, you're so much more, you can give so much more, but you still need a point guard. You still need a point guard mentality out there, and they don't have that right now.
Moss makes the first. They probably can't quite believe it, but it's so convincing right now, the Ukrainians.
They're outplaying them everywhere. They're out rebounding, they're out hustling, they're out running, they're more physical. You hear the crowd chanting, "Let's go."
Horikova into the game. Excuse me. Now Minko into the game. Right. Number 9. Everybody's getting minutes in that Ukraine team, except Yepskovets. Actually, Orbets and Spitskowska as well haven't got minutes. So finally,
there we go.
Crowd. So with a minute, Zaplikova has got 4 points. With a minute remaining, Ukraine is doubling up on the Czech Republic. 21 points. 3-point attempt off the rim. Another offensive rebound. Not able to get the ball. Now Minko was able to tap that to a teammate. Moss from behind the line. Another now Minko tip. And if you can't get rebounds, you're not going to win anything.
No. And I think Zablatova took a hard, maybe shoulder from Moss in the chest. She might be a little winded right now.
Yeah, she took some punishment on that.
Yeah, she did. I mean, Moss is a strong woman. There's no denying that.
She's not the biggest of players.
No.
And
but you know,
she really got it. It's not the wind out of her.
I think they got lucky on that last play. Moss was a little out of control and then loses the ball.
Wow.
But they've given up 10 offensive rebounds. How do you expect to win a game when you give up 10 offensive rebounds?
So Zaplikova has to come out of the game. Probably won't come back in the first half. And Yorlova, boy, she is really being pressured by that feisty Vista. 5 on the shot clock. It's about a 5-second differential. Hanasova drives in and finally gets something to go to the baseline. Quick pass. Ukraine going to get it off? No, they're not going to get it off this time. We'll hold it. We'll launch it. So the Czechs are able to get it back to a 19-point deficit. And Hanasova just had the word to the ref saying she was fouled as well on the drive. I think that's more complaint out of frustration. It's Ukraine that lead it 42-23 over a stunned Czech Republic.
Yeah, I think stunned is an understatement. I mean, 0 for 9 from 3.
Yeah, 5 of 10 from the free throw line, 0 from 9 from the arc. And from a rebounding standpoint, it's just
26
total
to
domination.
13. That's the game right there.
So that's, you've seen it in a nutshell, and the fact that they've got Yakupova, who has the ability to basically create shots however she wants. So good for Ukraine. They couldn't have asked for a better start to this FIBA EuroBasket Women 2019. And a lot of work for the Czechs. So I wonder what Denison's going to say at halftime. So be sure to stick around for the second half. It's Ukraine on top, 42 to 23. here in a stunned Czech Republic. The Ukrainian national team is on top of the Czechs, 42-23. And alarm bells no doubt ringing in Prague. You have to wonder on the basis of that first half performance by the Czechs if they're going to have enough to make it to Prague for the knockout phase. They've got their work cut out tonight to get back into this. They can certainly change the game if they want. They've got to start doing some basics like rebounding. They've got to, Coach Bennis, I mean, you don't know what he told them at halftime, but he's in a difficult spot here because if you think about it, he's kind of taken over a Czech team that has kind of changed generations, and you know, it's not the Czech team that was always there or thereabouts in the hunt for the medals several years ago. So Shona, I mean, you alluded to it in this situation with the Czechs. First of all, you got to come out, you got to play for pride, and nowhere will you see that more than on the defensive end and on the boards.
Exactly, that's where it starts. If the Czech want to chip away at this, they have to start on the defensive end. They have to play good defense, and they have to box out and then push the ball and see what they can get on offense. Because right now, it's a chipping away game. And we talked earlier about point spread is important in these tournaments. So you don't want to let this score get out of hand. And pride. You know, this is a packed gym tonight. You're playing at home. You need to bring something. You need to bring energy. You need to feed off the crowd because they've been great. They've still been trying to encourage their team. So,
although you and I were watching the opening ceremonies last night, we both agreed that the Czechs, as far as at least the Czech crowd last night watching everything, they were rather reserved, weren't they?
You know, they were, but coming from a hockey nation and being Canadian, I've seen some games, Czech hockey games.
Okay.
They are not as reserved at those games. So I'm not sure if it's just a basketball culture or what's going on, but they need to bring out that ice hockey mentality right now. The players do, and so do the fans.
That's a good point. And hopefully all of them won't foul out of the game. But I mean,
penalty time.
I mean, Kia Vaughn doesn't like being losing by 20 points in her first competitive game with the Czechs.
She's not used to losing by 20 points, especially playing in the Czech Republic.
So I would, if anything, I would look for much more aggressive coming from this Czech team. Zaplatova has come out, and she obviously was the recipient of that hard contact from Moss. And she was able to get the charge from Moss, but you know, it's not like the days when you had a real strong physical Horakova out there, you know, really putting her nose in there and pulling her way into something. So second half action is underway, and you know, if anything good is going to happen tonight for the Czechs, it really needs to start happening now here at the start of the second half. Fortuitous, you've got Bergrova getting in there to challenge for the rebound, and Elotova trying to get on track. The Czechs have yet to make a three-pointer.
Yeah, you know, they're obviously 3-point shooting team, but you got to go inside.
And that ball went off of Kia Vaughn.
It really feels like a lid is on the basket for the Czech team right now.
Yeah, she just didn't get it up, did she?
No.
I don't think the left hand for her is not her strong hand, is it?
No, it's not.
So we talk about the drums, Czech crowd. Now Bergrova has a gift. Zaplatova has it and lets her pull it back out. Not quite in control of it. Virolova puts up a three. Still can't get it to go from three. And Ukraine battling amongst themselves for the rebound, moves it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's one of those annoying rebounds. You give it to the offensive team. But you know, I'd rather see two players fighting on the same team going hard for a rebound.
That's a good point. So, again, shot clock winding down. Virolova gets in, gets blocked. And that was a terrific block by Rudenko. Now wide open, Matasenko. And the Czechs dodged the bullet.
That was a wide open shot, but did you see how concerned they were with Yegopova?
And look at that, the defense, the turnover, and it's the Ukrainians who continue to beat the Czechs to the ball.
You know, this Czech team, they don't look tired, but they just don't, they don't like the aggressiveness.
And that's much better, nice dish. And oh, again, the ball just won't fall. And the look of agony from Venice there at the end of the Czech bench just looked up to the heavens. As if to say, come on, basketball gods, give us something tonight. Ball inside to Vyorlova, 2-on-2 break. Now Bergrova hovers down, but they have to pull it back out. In this situation, I mean, you're going to keep putting up the threes. I guess you have to if you're open.
And they're shooters. They are traditionally shooters. So, you know, we've seen a Steph Curry go 0 for 10 before. Not often.
Vyorlova.
And he keeps shooting.
Down. Costa was behind us. Maybe it's not too late to get her in the team. No, that's being harsh. Just a bad night at the office for the Czechs. Rudenko misses. So neither team has scored, and we're nearly 3 minutes into the game. Into Kievon, hands it off to Bergrova. Get the deficit back to 17. Well, that's something.
And you know, they weren't going to cut this score down rapidly. It's They have to chip away at it. And you have to be patient. You have to play defense.
And Moss's pass intercepted. Zaplatova. And look, she saw Dandra Moss, and instead of going in, she went off for the layup off the wrong foot.
Yeah, I think she got a little intimidated there.
I think you almost have to have Hanasova in it, but
I'm surprised we haven't seen Hanasova more.
she's coming back in now. And Carolina as well. And that one hurts. Rudenko, though, for Ukraine. Boy, you got to really tip your hat to them. They've come out and played hard tonight.
You have, you know, and she's not intimidated by a Kievon who's guarding her.
That was definitely Rudenko's basket. And pass. A break. Almost another turnover. Desperately trying to get it to Vaughn. It's really, when you think about it, okay, it's a 19-point deficit. But the way the Czechs have had the ability over the years to get hot, you know, they hit 3 or 4 three-pointers, and it's a much closer game. Get a couple of transition baskets, and it's game on. They just need to get it going.
Yeah. If you had asked me if the Czechs wouldn't have had a 3 by now, I would have said it's not possible.
Carolina Hogan changes direction and whips it over to Kievon, and the shot clock violation. So even a beautiful move like that, she made one pass too many. She had to put it up.
Yeah, I think Elatova wasn't quite aware of the shot clock. It was a great move, though. Honestly, nothing seems to be going quite like the Czech Republic wanted to.
Gorgabuzova over to Maznachenko. Now Moss open, not in any rush. Penetrates, goes up strong, misses. And to be fair with Moss, you know, she's got 7 points, but she is 2 of 7 from the floor.
You know, I think she's missed some easy baskets, but she's staying aggressive. She's still staying involved.
Well, Maznachenko looked like she had the shot effective, but another offensive rebound for Ukraine and Rudenko.
I mean, the offensive rebounds had to have been a talking point at halftime.
First free throw is good. And the second one is good as well. So they had 10 offensive rebounds at halftime. They've got 12 now. Boy, they're desperate to get inside the field. I mean, that's just incredible effort really on both ends. Because ordinarily you wouldn't make that pass, would you?
You know, they really just threw that ball up and prayed that she would catch it and score.
Another hand on the ball. Now outside. And another offensive rebound. Udodenko. And another one, and the ball goes out of bounds off Ukraine. So they didn't get the rebound, but at least they got the ball. The three was missed by Dorogobuzova.
You know, if you're the Czech Republic right now, you want to see Hanasova get something going. She is one of their best players. Plays for Prague in the EuroLeague. She's a big part of that team and a big part of their success. And I think if they want to be successful, she needs to get going right now.
Yep, I agree. I just wonder if they don't have the capacity to put on like a full-court press. At least.
They need to do something. You know, they need to put a little bit more pressure, trap, double team, just try and disrupt Ukraine.
Missed everything. Udodenko over to Moss. Inside Yakupova. He makes a bullet pass that Masachenko chases down. Shot clock winding down. And Dorogobuzova misses. So the only saving grace really for the Czechs right now is that Ukraine haven't really pounced on them with their own struggles. Hanasova, the travel, it looked like the best move of the night.
That was a great move. And you know what? She's trying to be athletic. She's trying to be aggressive. Called for the travel. Let's take a look. I'm not sure. I'm not a ref, so I don't really know what they see, but that's a tough call. But you know, it's like that step-through move, which the women use a lot. Sometimes it's called as a travel, and sometimes it's not. So, you know, I think the same goes for a spin move. When can you pick the ball up? When does it last have to hit the ground? You know what I mean? I think it's the same idea. Some refs think this is a travel, and some refs don't. So it's really who you have.
It just becomes magnified when you're down 19. You're just trying to get something going.
And then that happens.
So Udodenko, or Holden, played well in the first half. And inside, Masachenko misses. Olkovic is hurt. She's holding her chest.
She almost had that offensive rebound too, so I think she got hit very hard. Oh. She got a little bit of an elbow to the chest there.
Giavon, good footwork from her. Just can't. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. Even when they get shots, they can't. It's like you said, there's a little in the basket. Good hustle from Giavon trying to come up with something.
We have to keep in mind too, the Ukraine are doing a great job of boxing out and limiting the Czech Republic to only one shot. So that's another thing, you know, the Czechs are having trouble scoring, there's a lid on the basket, but they're one and done. Yeah. They need to get opportunities. They have a big lineup in right now. You need to get offensive opportunities because you're not making your first chance points. So guys, rebound, get an offensive rebound so you get a second chance.
Well, Bartikova comes into the game. And Yakupova misses. Giavon, and the ball goes off of Hanasova.
The Ukraine are just playing so much more aggressive.
Yeah.
Everywhere on the floor.
Yep, they're not matching them. Czechs. And this time, Masachenko for the moving screen, moving pitch. I mean, Jakubova started like a house on fire in the first half and hasn't scored since.
But her teammates are stepping up. They're still playing defense, so it doesn't really matter, right?
Exactly. Bardakova over to Hanasova for 3. Chases down the ball, keeps it alive. That's better. Kulichova. Now Hanasova picks it up from the arc. Gets the rebound. Bardakova passed up to 3. Hanasova gets into the lane and goes hard for
What did I just say? I said you need offensive rebounds because you need to give yourselves a second chance. They had great looks. She had 2 great looks at a 3. They rebounded, and then she said, okay, you know what? My threes felt good. I didn't make them, though. I'm going to go hard to the basket.
I like it. So that gets it back to 17 points. The deficit with 2:25 remaining and a timeout. Ukraine have only scored here in the second half 4 points. But the problem is the Czechs have only scored 6. For the Czechs anyway.
Yeah, you know, like you said, that maybe the Czech need to mix things up on defense. And maybe just mixing things up will give them a little bit of confidence on offense. You know, every coach always says, offense starts with defense. And defensive rebounding is part of defense, and they're not doing that. So it's deflating when you play defense and then you give up 1, 2, 3 consecutive offensive rebounds. Do you know what I mean? It's just deflating.
I mean, they've only given up 4 points in the second half, so you say, why change the movement? But because they need to get offense.
They need to get going. They need to get momentum. They need to
change the rhythm of the game.
They do. They got to do something different, even if Ukraine has only scored 4 points. That, you know,
because I look at this Ukraine team, and it's not like I see a team that is going to be well equipped to break the press. I mean, they've got, look at this already. And that was a turnover by FIBA EuroBasket, and she's the point guard, bringing it in right off the bench. So,
and you know, Bardakova has only played 3 minutes, so she has fresh legs. You say, you know what? Just go in and press the other team's point guard as much as possible.
Now that pass there from long is telegraphed right into the hands of FIBA EuroBasket. So. Bardakova picks up the foul.
That's another thing. You know, they can take risks. They only have 3 fouls. You're not going to lose a whole lot by trying to pressure, trying to deny, trying to get up. Take some risks.
I think you made the point earlier in the first half when I think the deficit grew to double digits, and the Czechs needed to call a timeout, and they did.
Yeah, you know, I think they called it early.
It's not to say they would have changed it for sure, but you should call it just for another attempt to change it.
Absolutely. I think he needed to use his second timeout when it kind of reached around that 20-point mark. And he didn't. He let them play. And, you know, maybe they're nervous. Maybe they feel a lot of pressure, even though they shouldn't. Because, you know, if you talk to any fans around here who know women's basketball, everyone would say the Czech Republic is a rebuilding team right now.
Right.
But they still have high hopes.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
I think first of all you have to applaud Ukraine for the way they've come tonight. I mean, they deserve every bit of the 17-point lead. But, you know, this game is not out of the reach of the Czechs if they just change their approach.
They make a 3.
Their team that reached the final of the FIBA Women's World Championship, the World Cup, in 2010.
I know. And there were some women who played on this team, so they know what it takes, what the level is, how aggressive it is, how you have to play, how, you know, you follow the great Torakova over to our right here, and the pride she played with, and every ball was like the last possession ball.
Well, Hotova still can't get it to go, but it's there for the rebound.
So you know what? That's what you need. You're not making your shots. Rebound. Easy putback.
Now, earlier in the game, this would happen, and Ukraine would score immediately. Let's see if it happens this time. Look at that offensive rebound, 3 red shirts, and Malyshenko is able to take it away. And that has been just a nightmare scenario that the Czechs simply have not rebounded. Well, they get the turnover. Karolina Elhotova in midcourt, and she gets fouled, putting up the shot. And look at this. All of a sudden,
It's an offensive foul. He called an offensive foul.
With the elbow.
I don't know if we'll get a replay on that.
Look at this.
Oh, so it was earlier. They're saying she put, you know, with her left hand, she kind of told her, hey, get out of my way.
There was also a reach a little bit from...
That's a tough call. That's a really tough break for the Czech.
There's a couple of sequences
Really
here.
tough break.
The travel call on Kanisova, which is a difficult call.
Yep.
And then you have this call, but at least that shows that sequence right there that the Czechs, if they just get a little run, they can get right back in the game. Yakupova for 3. And, you know, in the first half, that shot was going in.
That shot was going in.
So they have definitely not slammed the door shut.
No, they haven't.
And if you're Katarina Elhotova, if you're Karolina Elhotova, if you're Kanisova, you just have to keep playing. You have to keep fighting. Do what you do. And that's wrong.
That's an uncharacteristic turnover.
And now, see, I mean, it's batty. As the struggles that the Czechs have had, Ukraine have had their worst quarter in the third quarter, by far.
And they're still up 15.
But they have definitely left the door open. And you can sense it in the crowd.
You know, we talk about Ukraine's offensive rebounding. The Czech Republic have 11 offensive rebounds as well.
They've definitely picked it up a little bit here. Bardakova drives in, hands it off the ball, and she gets it back down to 13 points. Right at the end of the quarter. So, the plot thickens. The Czech Republic perhaps going up for dead and buried. Look as if they've got some life. They now trail 46-33, 10 minutes still remaining.
I feel a momentum swing. It's getting exciting.
I'm sure you're still going to see the hegemony on the boards from Ukraine, but if you look at the shooting stats, the fact that the Czechs trail by 13 points and they're 0 of 15 from three-point range is a miracle.
And 5 of 10 from free throw.
I mean,
how are you still in the game? Well, they weren't up until about.
So 46-33, Ukraine, believe it or not, scored 4 points in the third quarter.
But it doesn't really feel like that when you look at the score, though. If you just tuned in, you would have no idea that they just had a 4-point quarter. So that's how well they played in the first half.
But the question is, how well did the Czech defense play in the third quarter, and how much of that was self-inflicted by Ukraine? I think it was a little bit of both. I think the Czechs played a little bit better defensively, and maybe Ukraine were pretty sloppy.
Yeah, you know, I think they were a little sloppy. I think when your best player, one of the best women's player in Europe, Igapova, doesn't get a point, it's a little bit of both. It's defense, but it's also, you know what, she missed shots that she normally makes.
Now the worrying aspect is, are we going to see Ukraine erupt if you're a Czech fan? And the good news for the Czechs is they do have a chance. And now, look at that. A mistake. Oh, Boston back in the backcourt. Might have been close to it.
It's like she all of a sudden forgot that there was a backcourt call.
And you can almost sense it with their coach, Koloff, that they need to turn it up a notch. Hoping that, and this is where you wonder as well about the experience factor for Ukraine. Is it a lack of experience of these players in the EuroBasket final round? Is it perhaps costing them a bit? Or is it hurting them at this point?
Yeah, you look at Ukraine and you look at their history as a team. Since 2009, they've gone 1-9 at this competition. So they haven't been in this situation, really.
And it looked like Jorloga really hurt his shoulder getting in there. And then it looked like they had a steal. They didn't get it. And Sova goes up for the rebound and almost fumbles it out of bounds. Jorloga is a little bit of pain as she goes down the court, holding her right shoulder. Might need to come out. And Bartikova puts up an air ball from 3. She was wide open. That's almost you have to take that.
I've played a lot against Bartikova in the national team and then also in Euro Cup, and that's uncharacteristic.
It's just been a situation where they can't shoot a 3 tonight. Yakupova is open, and the ball bounces over the backboard.
And that was a shot she was hitting in the first half. Actually, you know what? She wasn't even that open in the first half. She was wide open. She could have taken more time to shoot that. So I don't know if they've run out of steam. Did they use all their energy in the first half? Or, are they just in a little bit of a slump?
We know how important it is for Ukraine to win this game, but can you imagine if the Czechs could come back and win a game like this, what it might do for their EuroBasket? Finally! Shot was a 2.
And now the crowd comes alive. They've realized, hey, we just hit our first 3 and we're coming back.
Well, no, I think it was a 2 in fact.
Oh, it was a 2, okay.
But nevertheless, I wonder if they're gonna look at it. No, they're not. They're gonna say there was a foul.
I think they're talking if it's a 2 or a 3.
Okay, they are gonna check it, just to double check. Both referees signaled 2 though. And you also wonder now with Ukraine, maybe some doubt starts to creep in. Are we really as good? Are we really as good as how we were playing in the first half?
Are they maybe getting a little nervous? Look at that great defense.
Well, Hokema sneaks in there, takes it away. They've just got to play how they know how to play it. Well, Hokema's got to launch them. They've got to get it to Hannah Sova. She's got to start wheeling and dealing, going to the basket. They get it to Wong this time, and she couldn't catch it because she was under pressure. Dorogobasova was able to get it back. She bumps it away.
The Ukraine really need a basket right now. They need to calm things down. They need to go back to what was working in the first half for them. They need to score.
Yeah, Ukraine, they've got 4 points in the second half. That is astonishing. Onashenko, and she misses. And it was Dorogobasova who knocked it over, and lo and behold, an offensive rebound.
Offensive rebound, 2 points. They needed that though. An offensive bat, true. But that's smart. That's, she knew she couldn't actually grab the rebound, but she knew where her teammate was, and it's a smart move.
That's Bartikova driving down the lane. Mrs. Vaughn keeps it alive, and more of the frustration that we've seen from the Czechs for most of these games kind of resurfaces. Possibility of a made shot.
Being a player, having played in situations where, you are up and you are down. If you are the Czech right now, I think you need to feel like you can still win this game, though. You need to look at it and say, you know what, we haven't hit a 3. We're starting to offensive rebound. Things are starting to go in our favor a little bit, so you need to believe. There's still 7 minutes. Do you know how long that is? It goes by so slow, 7 minutes.
Absolutely. 3-point attempt, and he followed up on a shot. Oh, can you believe it? Another attempt where they don't hold on to the ball.
And that's just Ukraine wanting it more.
That was Zatlikova's fault. That was her turnover. That turnover from Templeton was almost inexcusable. Really.
Yeah. Yeah, they had the ball. They should have started going.
I know, they're short late.
Oh, I think this is her foul, trying to guard the taller, stronger Moss.
And it leads to another basket.
And how did she get going in the first half? It was going to the basket, hard and aggressive.
Yorlova for three. And all of a sudden, you just feel the air coming out of the balloon again inside this arena. That is Charlotte's arena. Ukraine miss, another offensive rebound.
I mean, how are 5 people in red not crashing the boards?
Bone puts a hand up, forces the turnover. Now she gets it back. The ball goes off her hands. So it goes back over to Ukraine. And with 5:56 remaining, they're on top by 15.
17 offensive rebounds. You know, I'm not sure who the statistician is for FIBA, but that has to almost be a record.
Yorlova 14 points, 6 rebounds. Yorlova has 3 assists for the Czech Republic. Yakovleva with the 19 points. Ludenko, look at that, 16 rebounds. He might be the MVP of the game, really, Ludenko, when you consider how important his rebounds have been for that second chance point.
Yep. I just think Ukraine wants it more right now. I think they came in believing that they could win. You know, maybe the Czech were a little bit more worried. You know, everyone's told them that it's a rebuilding year. They're playing at home. They have the nerves. They have the pressure. But I really think since the tip-off, we saw a Ukraine team that said, "Oh, we can beat this home crowd. We can beat this home team."
Yeah, I mean, they had probably for the first 12 minutes of the second half, they really struggled offensively, but they had been so dominant in the first half that even their struggles weren't really costly, were they? Because now they've just kind of reasserted themselves. Ludenko, her pass batted. But it is astonishing that not one three-pointer that's gone in for the Czech Republic. They are 0 for 17. And the pass goes out of bounds, so break for the Czech.
0 for 17 on your home floor. You know they've been here practicing before the tournament started, so that could not feel good.
Goes for three. Ludenko chases it. He was wanting another rebound.
I'm pretty sure the Czech Republic shoot-around tomorrow is going to be a lot of shots. Maybe not so much, you know, game prep, but they're going to be asked to get up a lot of shots.
They need to finish the game strong, and whatever happens, they're going to fight. Put themselves in the right frame of mind. Manitoba hits the shot. Back to 13 points in deficit.
It's still very doable.
Oh,
you have to keep that in mind.
18.
You knock down a couple threes and the game's different.
See the 18-8 run for the Czech Republic. Since going way back to the second quarter. It's about a minute and a half remaining in the second quarter. 3-point attempt is no good, and a break for the Czechs. It looked like they might have gone off with Yorlova. The three was missed by Olkovic.
Ooh, I think they might have got away with one there.
Yeah, I think so.
But you know what? They've had some calls that didn't really go in their favor, so it's just part of the game.
Just evens out. Zaklatova misses. Now Yakupova.
This is dangerous.
And
If she gets going, I don't think you can stop her in a fast break. I really don't.
yeah, that was a good burst of speed. Just fouled by 2 players there, Hanasova and Elhotova. But Hanasova called for the foul. Four and a half minutes remaining. Yakupova, step back, 3. And Hanasova got up there and at least got her hands on it to tap it to her teammate. Elhotova quickly to Bong and puts it in. Back to the 7-point deficit. Kolokov calls timeout for the Czech, or for the Ukrainians.
You know, Vaughn is doing everything right now to keep them in the game. She's crashing the boards. Even if she's not getting them, she's, you know, getting touches on the offensive rebounds. She puts herself in a great position to kind of get the, I don't want to say high-low, it was like high-low-low pass to her, but she's unstoppable if you let her catch the ball that close to the basket.
Absolutely, and Elhotova noticed where she was and whipped that pass in there to get her that good look. Now, 4:17 remains. We haven't seen the Czechs change too much defensively, pressing, whatever. And I suppose they're just going to keep going the way they're going, aren't they? The key is going to be, can they rebound? Can they play D? Can they rebound to get the ball back and hopefully make the shots? Greece on top of Serbia. Serbians came back and tied it. Now the Greeks have gone back on top by 9 points. So we got 2 good games, both here and in Prague.
And you know, I think this is an important stat to kind of put out that and part of the momentum is at halftime, Ukraine only had 8 turnovers. They already have 17 now. So they're not getting as many looks at the basket because they're turning the ball over before they even have a chance to get a shot up. And that's, you know, that's something I'm sure coach is saying, guys, quit turning the ball over, take your time, go to what worked in the first half, have Yakupova, you know, slashing, look for your shot or pass to an open teammate.
They're definitely sloppy in the third quarter, but yeah, you're right. They've even turned it over here in the fourth, and now we're a second call.
Another turnover.
So what did we talk about? Let's put some pressure on and see if they can handle it.
And they haven't. So, you know, especially with Moss on the bench right now, Ukraine doesn't have a point guard out there.
Well, they want to get something from Ball. She's going to try to post up down low. Hanasova and single digit. It's been a long time since it's been a single digit deficit. Now with 3:52 remaining, the Czechs definitely believe. Can somebody hit a big shot for the Ukraine? Yes, they can!
And she answers.
Holman drills the 3, and that was big time.
She says, we're not going to let this lead up without a fight.
And that's a good foul as well. It's only the second team foul on Ukraine. But goodness me, I mean, that was, you know, they've had numerous opportunities here in the second half to hit some shots, to hit some daggers, and they haven't been able to until that time right there.
And you saw, you know, Moss didn't sit on the bench for long. She got a little breather, and coach says, I need a point guard out there. I need someone who's going to calm things down.
Miralova, back to Elhotova, puts up a jumper. And Mazzachenko boxed out Ball.
And this is where Ukraine needs to play smart. They have the advantage, so the clock is in their favor. They need to use the clock, stop turning the ball over.
That was good hands by,
Great hands, yeah. But, you know, you need to take care of the ball in this situation. You need to use the clock, and you need to get a good look at the basket.
So Udodenko, who's been terrific today, is down with an injury. But hopefully she's okay.
I'm not sure if it just looks like a muscle cramp.
Now our stats say she's got 16 rebounds to go with her 10 points. I thought she had 17.
That's someone you don't want to see come out. I think it's a cramp or a Charlie horse.
Yeah. So Malashenko back into the game. Maybe brings a little bit more polish with the jump shot. And they're going to try to throw over the defense there. And they get it to Malashenko. And sure enough, he puts it up and in. So you take out your rebounder, you bring in the offensive player.
You bring in the scorer, and what does she do? I really like the way Ukraine has responded in this last minute and a half.
And another miss. Still, three-pointers go back. 0 for 19 from three-point range.
I just, all these three-point shots that are going up to the Czech, I want to just go, finally! And it hasn't happened yet. Honestly, they look on to me. Maybe it's just our angle, but they really look on, and I know they're frustrated. They're just, they're going, how is this happening? How is this happening to us right now?
For so many years, they had Petskova, who was a great three-point shooter. She would go out routinely and hit 6 or 7 three-pointers, and not to have that option. El Hotova knows a player that they really depend on for that three-point shooting.
Yeah.
He's just hasn't been able to find any range at all tonight. 0 for 7. Yakupova has 2 points in the second half. But yeah, for me, the players that I really like tonight for Ukraine is Udodenko and also Olkovic. Olkovic is, if you look at her stats, they don't look that dynamic, but she just hit the three-pointer. She's 2 of 4 from 3, and she just seems to put her nose where it's not wanted. And keeps the ball alive.
Yeah, the role players for Ukraine have done exactly what is asked of them. And it's the role players who, in this little run that the Ukraine have had, those are the ones who have been scoring. And that's great to see, and that's what you want to see, and that's what you need to win games in this tournament and move on.
Pulls up and gets it. That's a 4-point deficit. Now they're picking them up full court. Yakupova. And Yakupova, interestingly, brings it up the floor. Shot clock ticks down. Yorlova, perhaps a little weary. You don't want to foul this late in the shot clock, do you? Maznichenko pulls up. Shot clock winding down. Puts it up. Offensive rebound. The story of the night.
It's the story of the game. And it's what has killed this Czech team.
Fascinating, in that situation, how did she come? She was going to follow up her shot regardless. It didn't land straight to her. But you had some red jerseys there.
Yeah, you did. They just didn't turn around. They didn't see where the ball was. They didn't put her box out on the shooter. She got her own rebound.
You really need to have a player like Udodenko out there who's going to get you some rebounds.
Yeah.
Like an Edith Charles type player. And now the foul.
That's not a bad foul.
They got plenty of kids.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad foul. It was going to be an easy 2 points. It was a great high-low look. So I agree with that foul. I agree with the call, but I agree with that foul.
Let me ask you this: have the Czech Republic shown enough fight tonight to give themselves hope, to give their fans hope that even if they don't win this game, that they can come out and beat Hungary and/or Spain in the next game? It's going to be a big ask to come out and beat the Spanish.
Yeah, the reigning silver medalist from a year ago.
Spain
but
maybe not as physical and
look at this.
athletic. Excuse me, not as they might not torment them as much on the boards. It's a good rebounding team, this Ukraine team.
And they're undersized. They're not as tall as other teams in this tournament.
missed it. They took some time off the clock. 1:25 remaining. Holtova pushes it quickly. And Bartikova has to get it back outside to Viorlova. And Viorlova misses. Gets it back. And Yagapova defending her. I just feel like with Bartikova, she's not going to put up too many shots. And Hansova just...
That's the way the game has gone, unfortunately. You know, she has a height advantage. She was going to turn around and shoot the ball, and it just slipped out of her hands. You look at the Czech bench, and they just look confused.
Well, I think they'll probably, they'll know they can go up against Hungary. And that'll be, but you wouldn't put it past Hungary coming out and having a good game against Ukraine.
Yeah.
So this is a tough loss regardless for the Czechs if they don't come back. And if they come back. Hansova, Bartikova, Holtova, finally. You would almost rather than not make that shot because it's come too late, hasn't it?
It has. It's well, yeah. 35 seconds left in the game. You hit your first three.
11-point deficit. Ukraine were terrific in the first half. And now that's a silly foul. Why foul? Stop the clock. Put the Czechs back on the line. The clock is the enemy, so you don't want to stop it. Perfect. It's in her DNA. She's going to reach out there no matter what.
Not sure what she was complaining about.
Talking to some of the Ukrainian contingent yesterday, the coach is pretty relaxed. You can see the way the player, Volkovic, kind of almost remonstrated with him. Say, hey, listen, she was faking it. Here we go. Yagapova gets inside and draws the foul from Kievon. So that will be the last free throws, the last shots, the last points of the game, really, with 0.0 seconds remaining.
It's been a hard night for the Czech Republic. They're a much better team than we've seen tonight.
Can they take any solace out of losing by 10 points or 11 or 12?
Well, Kievon, 16 points. She came to play tonight. I think she did all that she could do. But you need more people. You need more people getting involved. You need to play defense. You need to rebound, and you need more scores.
They're going to call timeout, so they advance the ball and give another chance for
Yeah,
points.
I think they're going to go for a last basket here.
It could be pivotal.
Myslím, že Ála bude tadyhle.
The show was
A jedeme.
listening in to
Čaky jede
Coach
ten
Bettis.
první pohyb nahoru. Tady se nám zavře to metro.
How do you rebound from an opening night defeat in front of a packed house? And, you're home, because like you said, I don't think anybody called the Czechs favorites. I mean, they were like long shots to make it even to the podium.
I think you put this game behind you. The coach has to go back, watch film, and learn from it for sure. But I think the players have to say, wow, collectively, we probably played one of our worst basketball games that we have played in a very long time. So I think you need to put it behind you. Exactly.
So,
you can't come out and start a game down 20. You can't. You're not going to come back. Teams are too good.
do you think Bettis is going to look back at this and think, why didn't I call a timeout here? Or why didn't I try something different?
He's an experienced coach as an assistant. He's had some head coaching experience in the Czech league here, but
that was a long hop. The ball goes out of bounds. So they did actually have 6 seconds left, and they went for a three. Now Ukraine get it back, and they're not even going to attempt it. So they will settle for the 59-47 win.
Ukraine have to be happy. They need to be cheering. It's kind of the first time we're going to see some smiles on their faces.
They weren't
really smiling yesterday, were they? But here they are. And, you know, it's brilliant offensively as Yakupova was. Took 21 points. She also had 8 turnovers. So for me, the player of this game was Udodenko, who had the 10 points and the 16 rebounds. They're rebounding, the second chance points. If you look at these stats, that really made the difference for Ukraine. And also the fact that the Czechs only hit 1 3-pointer, and that was basically once the game final result was decided. Can they shoot it better? Well, of course they can. They were tight tonight for whatever reason. And that you saw the dominance of the Ukraine rebounders, 50 rebounds. Ukraine actually turned it over 23 times.
That's an incredible amount of turnovers. You can't do that against a better team.
No. But they will get some confidence from this game. So Yakupova, Udodenko with the 16 rebounds, 60 points for Vaughn. You know, if they can get the ball to Vaughn effectively, I mean, it's in their DNA is to shoot threes. You don't want to change that with Elhotova and Virolova and Hanasova. But at the end of the day, your focal point. And I think Kiel Vaughn was the focal point of the attack.
Yeah.
Obviously, especially when they're down, trying to get back. And just,
but, you know, you need to have an inside-out game. You need to be able to score in the paint. You need to be able to score from outside. And they didn't score from outside tonight. And, you know, you look over at the girls right now who are kind of stretching, and they look depleted. But this is a tournament. They have a game tomorrow, so they need to go home, you know, shake it off, eat, do whatever you do after a game to recover, and you need to come and be ready tomorrow mentally.
Well, Venice will probably have a sleepless night. I mean, he's the coach. I know he's also going to have his assistants looking at this, but they'll also have to be looking at the game, the next game. And, you know, when they play tomorrow, the Czech Republic, their game will be, Spain will play Ukraine, so the Czechs will play Hungary, and that's must win.
That is a must-win for them. If they want to move on, if they want to give themselves a chance to go to that quarterfinal qualification game, they have to be hungry. Do you think they maybe came in a little confident against this Ukraine team?
A little overconfident?
Yeah.
I think maybe some people from the outside did.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, possibly. I know that speaking to there are a lot of people on the outside saying Ukraine. Oh well, I'm talking about former players that perhaps they didn't look past them, but they were like, what have they got?
Yeah, exactly.
But what they were saying was, we don't even know what we've got, so we could even lose to this team.
Yep.
So anyway, it's all fascinating stuff. And if you look at the end of the game here, the highlights, it just kind of reminds you of how much of a struggle it was for the Czech Republic tonight. I think from a shooting standpoint, they can hope, they can at least think that they'll get better. You know, I think it kind of hurt early on as well with Bergrova going to the line and missing some free throws, and it just, everything just kind of set the tone for a difficult night for the Czechs, didn't it?
I agree, and you know, we talk about how when they did kind of go on that run, Hanasova had that travel, that was an iffy travel. Just little things were not going their way. Honestly, there were layups where you and I started looking at the other end of the court thinking it went in, and it hadn't yet.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah, Kia Vaughn had the layup. She couldn't believe that it went. She looked back and said, did that really happen?
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe sometimes in basketball these things happen, the basketball gods, and then it just kind of snowballs. And I think that's what happened for about 3 quarters. And by the time the Czech Republic actually started playing well, about midway through the 3rd quarter, it was almost too late.
Yeah, it was. And you know, Czech Republic made a little bit of a run there, and Ukraine got it. They were able to make some big baskets when they needed, and I thought they did a great job of silencing and taking the momentum away from the Czech whenever they did have an opportunity, and we thought it was going to start to turn around. It never really did. So, you got it. Hats off to Ukraine. I'm pleasantly impressed. This is not the team I saw 3 weeks ago, and they look so much better.
And the question is, how can they grow from this? It's going to be exciting to watch. So once again, the final score, Ukraine winning it 59-47 here over the host, the Czech Republic. Thanks for watching.